Hello, my name is Amir. I want to talk about the global performance management. We all know that M&Es play a significant role in the economy. In local companies, performance management usually tries to align employees' objectives with that of the company's goals and standards. But in the international context, it is usually done with the global performance management for international enterprises. Actually, due to the complexities of employees with different nationalities and diverse cultures, and with respecting the global competition, GPM, which is Global Performance Management, tries to cope with these kind of issues. We try to work on two of the most important aspects of GPM, which is the cultural and business systems perspective, and we try to consider it for two prominent companies, which one of them is Toyota and the other one is IKEA. So in terms of GPM from the cultural perspective, it refers to the evaluation of employees based on their culture, values and beliefs. And what GPMs try to do is to apply the management practices from the cultural perspective and try to do the managerial appraisal and performance improvement. And in terms of the business systems, we all know that M&Es come from different countries with different labor system and different bureaucracy, so it tries to transfer the managerial practices to these new markets. So in this case, we want to talk about the cultural perspective of Toyota and IKEA, as well as the business systems of Toyota and IKEA again. So Parisa will continue with cultural perspective of Toyota, and then followed by Sepideh to talk about the same item for IKEA, and then Soroush will talk about the business systems of Toyota, followed by Azadeh to talk about the business system of IKEA. Thank you. Now Parisa will continue.
Hello everyone, as Amir already mentioned, I'm in charge of talking about the cultural perspective in Toyota company. And in the culture is one of the biggest and one of the important level of the belief in the Toyota company. And because the Toyota company took a big step for creation the cross-culture teams, and which help them to innovate, to enhance the productivity. And in addition, since every company are looking for avoid the barriers and are looking for finding a way to build a company in different cultures and different countries, and to make a bridge among the cultures, the HR practitioners are seeking to create a new concept and activities in order to manage people with different background and different cultures in Toyota companies. And within an organization, the Toyota founder and the Toyota company itself try to hire the new staff, from different cultures and different countries. And every staff in each company, in each department in Toyota, from management to assembly line to typical workers, are dealing with applying the creativity and their talents to experiment. And the founder of Toyota was looking to hire the managers and leaders from different countries and from different cultures. And what the Toyota did in that perspective, they tried to, the HR, especially the HR managers, found that the best way and the best strategy to have the effective and efficient business and to make a harmony in the local procedures is the consulting with the local representative. And the founder find that and decided to hire the staff from different cultures, different companies to gather together and to expand the knowledge of the different cultures. And the culture of the Toyota is it's called human style model. It means that how it can attract and inspire different staff and different leaders, and how it can build a value with purpose of sharing cultures. This is the model of the Tudor company's culture. And now my friend Sepideh is gonna talk about the culture about IKEA. Thank you.
Okay, hi everybody, my name is Sepideh. I'm going to analyze the differences between the culture of IKEA. As we know that the IKEA is a huge multinational organization, and according to the principle and the rules of the IKEA, they are able to have any branches or any daughter companies they would love to in different countries and different culture countries. So I'm going to analyze this section in terms of the cultural differences or the theories that is mentioned by Hofstede or other expertise. I'm going to talk about 4 different dimensions of the culture perspective and compare the 2 different culture organizations, comparing the main country of IKEA, which is Sweden, and the other branch which is going to open in Spain. So the 4 dimension, as is mentioned by the Hofstede, is power distance, and the second one is the individualism versus collectivism. The third one is feminism versus masculinism, and the last one is uncertainty avoidance. Now, in terms of power distance, if we do the comparison between the 2 countries, as I mentioned, the difference is between, the actual comparison is between Spain and Sweden. The Spain has a high power distance. High power distance means leaders are actually have very high power in terms of making decision and dealing with employees. And the whole company is revolving around employees' dependence. In terms of Sweden, the ranking is a little bit lower than Spain and is considered to be low power distance culture. They do not see a massive gap between the power by leaders and ordinary people. Let's move to individualism versus collectivism. In terms of individualism versus collectivism, as we mentioned in our assignment, the individualistic means I culture. The I culture is mainly the cultural, the organizational culture of Swedish people. They actually apply rules for every single member of the society, and the whole idea is they need to take care of themselves and their family. But when you're talking about collectivism culture, it goes a little bit beyond this limit. We call it as we culture. The we culture is mostly talking about people that are connected through groups and are working, and like the private life and the work life is kind of connected to one another. If we do the comparison between the 2 countries, the Swedish people are mostly individualistic, and the people from Spain are following the collectivism culture organization. The next one comes the masculinity versus femininity. The Swedish people are mostly following the masculinity culture, which is the harmony, the taking care of one another, the good relation they would have with each other at work. And in contrast, Spain is following the femininity culture organization, which is mostly like challenging and achievement or progression opportunities, followed by masculine culture for this Spain. And the last section goes to uncertainty avoidance. The uncertainty avoidance in case of Spain is Spain ranked a high uncertainty avoidance. A high certainty avoidance means they have low trust culture, they are avoiding failure, they're creating many rules and principles, and they do have high stress level while they're working in the organization. However, the case of Swedish people, they do follow the low uncertainty avoidance, and they're nearly to accept any type of risk in their organization. They do have fewer rules and principles, and they have more stress-free and relaxed environment. So if we put all of these theories together, although there are many differences and different cultural differences between the two countries, but IKEA set a clear path of rules and principles, transferring all the ideas in terms of cultures to the new branch or the subsidiary branch that they are going to operate. So the conclusion is they are managed to deal with different cultures, although sometimes they are far beyond the culture of the country they're going to open their new branch. Now Soroush will continue, and he's going to talk about Toyota.
Hi everyone, I'm going to talk about the importance of global performance management for Toyota. As you know, Toyota is a multinational company, and they have activities in different continents and countries, and that's why the global performance management is an important topic for corporations such as Toyota, which is kind of institutional challenges given the huge investments and also the transfer of their managerial practices in other countries and other markets is important. So for MNCs or for multinational companies or corporations, for companies that operate and manufacture in different countries and continents, it is vital to consider how good the performance system affiliate to other nations' theme and context. Therefore, performance management can be centralized, can be localized or standardized according to the company's rules and decisions. Also, another important topic in GPM or global performance management is the effectiveness of cross-border transfer of mother company. For instance, Toyota is a multinational company that is one of the biggest automotive manufacturers in the world, and it produces vehicles in many different countries. And it is important how to expand its knowledge by direct interaction. Knowledge diffusion by direct interaction is the main method that used by cross-border transfers between Toyota firms. As an illustration, Toyota's firms tend to transfer the knowledge with direct interaction between hierarchies in each firm. It means that if knowledge is about assembling segment and if it is something new and useful, therefore it should be transferred to other firms at monthly meetings. Also, it is important to note that Toyota's strategy for cross-border transfer is designed by regular meetings between managers from different departments, as well as important factors that all Toyota firms possess is open communications. In Toyota team, communication from the lower level worker with upper management is significant. The point is, when employees' ideas and information are seriously considered, it can be really helpful for managers to make a better and rational decision. Another significant topic or segment for Toyota's cross-border transfer for global performance management is knowledge diffusion by the Operation Management Consulting Division, which is called OMCD. OMCD was created in 1970 by Toyota Production System, which is called TPS, with the intent of systemizing and spreading TPS through the Toyota's firms all over the world. Therefore, within the OMCD section, chief engineers are responsible for certain factories as well as distributing TPS philosophy. The process of knowledge diffusion by OMCD works with communications between OMCD chief engineers and TPS management. So about OMCD. Also OMCD performs knowledge transfer by two specific methods. In the first method, the OMCD tends to use the knowledge gained from other firms by knowledge diffusion in order to improve or increase the productivity. The other method is used whenever firms are dealing with problems and may find it hard to solve the problem. Therefore, they tend to use the useful knowledge that is absorbed by domestic or overseas plants or suppliers in order to solve the problem. Therefore, knowledge diffusion by Global Production Center, GPC, is the most significant segment for Toyota's global performance management through its business and standardized perspective. Also, it is important to note that Global Production Center, which is called GPC, established while Toyota was faced with increasing overseas production. And the main purpose was to make sure that no matter the vehicle has produced in Japan or in United States or any other sites, the vehicle still has the high quality. Okay, now my friend Azadeh will explain about the other sections.
Hello, I'm Azadeh, and I continue the presentation with the IKEA. One of the most important part of the global performance management is to focus on how to transfer the right information and organizational culture to the employees, which plays an important role in the global market. They should match the type of employees training to different societies so that the company can grow internationally. International companies have made special arrangements for this issue. For example, IKEA is an international home furniture company. The company's business perspective is that even the thin valid people of the various communities should have a beautiful home. For this, the recruitment and training of the employee in different countries with different cultures and conditions is one of the biggest challenges of the company. Because along with the rules and different regulations, employees must have all the health and safety tips and learn their security too. So, in order to meet these requirements, IKEA's Human Resources Department has ongoing policies to update its employee internationally. These policies state that employees must have the opportunity to increase their understanding of the new business idea in IKEA and learn international business culture. IKEA has a management hierarchy which have a complete overview of the employee recruitment process, the newest training and the level of employee satisfaction with IKEA. And this sensitivity has made the company more powerful every day in the world. Also, they have a wide range of the training on their website for employees to improve their general knowledge. and taking comprehensive information to being more effective and improve their quality for the organization goals and meet the needs of the company faster. Also, by addressing that ICA has a variety of organization like ICA Communication, ICA Food Services, ICA Supply. It's so important that the hiring and training employees in different countries and different organizations of this company is very different, and it is so important. For example, the recruitment and training of the employee in the communication section is very important when they want to recruit people with appropriate, for example, skills of communication and problem solving together. While training staff in other organizations does not face these challenges and their focus is on other capacity like designing. It means that for ICA, with different organizations, staying strong in the international market needs to specialize any course for any organization. Now, Amir continue the presentation with the conclusion.
Well, our team members just gave their explanation about different aspects of global performance management, which one of them was the cultural perspective and the other one was the business systems. And these were explained for Toyota and IKEA. So to sum up, I want to say that Toyota has created beliefs and values that and tries to apply them into their business. They usually make some leadership teams in order to train their employees to try to deal with those intercultural performances. On the other hand, IKEA leads for transferring ideas, culture and expectation in the host country to reduce any frustration among the staff and employees. Actually, IKEA tries to choose some of the, most of actually their managers from the host country in order to train them to align the parent's company culture with that of the host country's perspective. And in terms of business system, Toyota focuses on presenting new methods of training to eliminate any barrier to reduce the learning duration for their staff. And IKEA tries to keep its employees up to date. And the IKEA communication department creates some magazines and media for their staff to make sure that they are respecting the business system of the host country to try to integrate to that company very soon. Thank you very much, and thank my team for having this presentation.
Thank you.